I just have this. I just had this like image of you, like someone's like, "Doug, it's time. You can go in and see Joel now." I'm like, okay, and I walk in, and it's you just having a fucking panic attack on your bed, and it's just like a little thing by just going beep boop.
It's my eBay.
And I'm like, wait, I thought he was. I thought y'all had hospice where he's like, no, he's just fucking freaking out about his eBay.
Because look, I'll be frank. I've invested a lot of money into like stuff for it. You know what I mean? So, and I kind of, I took a little overhead capital, so to speak, little startup capital, and went thrifting and bought a lot of shit that should have been like immediate sellers. And for some reason, everything just stopped. So I've got all this shit now and it's not moving.
I mean, how much does it cost to start an eBay account?
No, nothing. But the startup to have stuff to sell cost a little bit, you know? I didn't just want to sell stuff I owned. That would suck. So what I do is I find shit at a value and then I sell it on eBay. You know, I'm flipping vintage stuff. So and I got really lucky with the stuff I got. I got a lot of good stuff, but it was selling really fast. Like I sold 90 things in the first, like, I think 3 days. And so like, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do this forever. They're going to make a documentary about me. Dude figured it out. And then like,
there's definitely gonna be a documentary made about you.
By week 3, I was like, this shit is slowing down, huh? I stopped seeing the postman every day, and now the postman clowns me. He's like, the postman clowns me. He'll go, oh, just one package today, huh? Not doing so good. Like, damn it.
Fuck him.
Well, because I told him. I was like, yeah, I got this job.
No, I got this job. I mean, I
didn't see it.
Oh, I got this job.
But I believe you.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel, and this is episode 116. Before we get started, I just want to apologize to the customers. Last week, we made an error. We said we were on an episode 116, and we weren't. And we're sorry for that. We just want you to know that we know, and we know you know, and now we all know.
So I guess this is actually our episode 115.
Yeah, or 117.
No, we're not. No. All right. Anyways, so like when you go sit down in the bank loan to get all this, to get your bank loan to get all this capital, to get your eBay stuff, to start your eBay store, do you sit down in front of the bank manager and you're like, so you see, I got this job.
See what had happened was
a lot of money to buy a lot of things for this job.
What's your job? I sell your stuff on eBay.
Yeah, you know, have you ever seen that movie 40-Year-Old Virgin? Kind of like that, but cooler.
I have sex, or I've had sex.
Have had, yeah, past tense.
Speaking of sex,
so is it past tense? PASS?
Past tense.
Like past.
No, past tense.
Tight.
It's 2 words.
I wonder if I could. We should try to do those things like where I can like throw I'll throw something and you catch it. And
do it here. I got something right here. Throw it.
Hold on. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, wait.
I got it. Thanks. Here, I'm gonna throw it back to you. Oh, toss it to me. Hey!
I'm throwing fireworks. What are you throwing?
I don't know, this ghost.
That's cute.
His name. So he's a McDonald's toy, and he's for an upcoming Disney movie called Ron's Gone Wrong.
Oh, cute.
I don't know anything about it, but anyway.
I never heard of it until right now. I'm sorry, but I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so we got a big day. Hey, we're gonna be in person again.
Hey, yeah.
We're gonna see each other than we have in years. That's not true, but
sure. Well, we haven't had a sleepover in a long time.
Joel, we haven't had a sleepover in a long time.
No, you used to crash over at the pad.
No, I didn't. You only let me stay there one time. I would drive to Austin. I would get like a buzz for doing our podcast.
No. I didn't mean at that
Yeah.
apartment.
Well,
No, I didn't mean at that apartment.
wrap it up. Gotta go. Gotta do other stuff. So later on, I'm like, all right, later. So find somebody else to hang out with.
That is not what I meant. I meant before that. I guess it's been since me and Jeff lived together.
Oh yeah, I used to crash down there all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, we used to do sleepovers a lot. You would take that room, he would go to his room, I would go to my room, and then in the morning I would come out. And most of the time, you'd be gone.
Yeah, because I had to go back to work.
Smell like farts and beer in the living room.
I want to start a dart team so I can, and so we have a cool catchphrase like chunking darts and ripping farts.
I thought you said darks. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck a dark team is.
You never played darts before? You never played darks? It's kind of like it's darts mixed with help me out here. What else is it?
I would like to know where you're going to take this personally.
Anyway, so preparing for our sleepover, we're kind of going camping. We're not going camping.
Yeah, but we're going to have a sleepover the night before. I'm coming in on Wednesday.
I understand. And we're going to have an episode face to face. Hopefully it goes smoothly. I know it will. But the camping trip, what are you bringing? Do you know what to bring?
Yeah. So I had called, that's what I was going to tell you. I'd called young Jeffrey and asked him, like, what do they have? Like, what's there? You know what I mean? To know, like, so to check off the things we don't need to bring, and there's beds. And there's towels and like bedding and shit, right? So I'm bringing like, water and weed and some shoes and no, there's pillows there and toothbrush and toothpaste and my contact stuff and my glasses and like walking shorts, running shorts or whatever, and some swimwear and sunscreen. No, I'm not bringing any sunscreen. Fuck it. There's lots of trees there.
Joel, you should probably bring some sunscreen.
We'll see what's up.
You
told me you had a fanny pack.
Yeah, I just had this image of you walking up with the pillow and then just me handing you a fanny pack.
And that's it? No, I'm bringing 2 cases of Liquid Death. So we'll have 24 Liquid Deaths. I might bring 36 because I could kill probably.
Yeah, you like those things so much, but it's so weird. I know I always talk about this. I'm not trying to go in on Liquid Death. I mean,
I'm getting a deal on them though.
I like Liquid Death. Don't get me wrong, but it's just I just know the burn that you desire, like the actual.
Yeah. But I'm addicted to this now.
But that doesn't have the burn that you've always loved.
It does dude. First thing in the morning, I crack one right after I brush my teeth, and good God, it hits the chest like a fucking runaway train.
Dude, I don't know why, but my YouTube algorithm, I mean, I do know why, because football's about to start. But in my algorithm, it's like, what does it take to prepare an NFL stadium before game day?
I'm getting those too, but I'm getting them for the Kanye thing. Like, what does it take to set up a studio or set up a stadium for an album and all this shit?
Okay, so I'm like, this is pretty interesting. So I'm watching it. So, of course, it's like going to keep on going a little bit farther. And it's like what the potential draft picks are due to get prepared for the combine or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll watch that. Why am I telling you this?
I'm not sure. Something about your algorithm.
No, but before that, we were talking about something else.
Stuff we're taking?
Damn it.
Liquid Death.
Yeah. No, I don't even know why I brought that up. So I'm watching it and I was just like, but there's some reason I was thinking about that. I don't know. That's
captivating though,
I'm actually feeling really great today. I'm fucking pretty relaxed, easy, taking it easy.
Dude, it's weird because today should have been a shit day. Like I got up super early because they were banging on the outside, and I had to go get my car fixed. They're redoing all the fucking. They painted our entire building, and now they're giving us new porch stuff. And the emails they send us are straight up like, hey, they work 7 days a week, early as fuck. So don't call us complaining. It's gonna happen. It's like, all right, cool. So anyway, but yeah, then I had to go get my car fixed and shit. And I should have been super annoyed because I got home and I'd forgotten something. So I had to get right back out and run to Walgreens and get some stuff at Walgreens. And then I came back and I was like, I just couldn't chill, but somehow I'm still in a great mood. So I feel you.
That's where you get all your camping supplies.
Walgreens. Yeah, dude. I need to get a pair of swim trunks.
Pringles, sunblock, a pillow,
Nuts.
and yeah, a package of peanuts. And I think it'll be good.
I don't even
I think
like
you're fine with
Pringles. But if you want Pringles, I'll bring you Pringles, like a gift.
What's my favorite Pringle? Let's see how well you know me. What is my favorite Pringle flavor?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna ask some questions to get there. Okay.
Push pause if you're listening, and make your guess now.
Okay. Can I be safe in the original flavors by just going off the original colors? Or do I need to be like hip to like the weird varieties that exist now?
No. It's not. Okay, so it might be not the new stuff. I consider this one of the OGs. It might not be the original and the sour cream, but it's like.
Oh, it's not the sour cream. It's not the green one?
No.
Dude, for the life of me, I can't picture you ever even holding a Pringles can. I got nothing on this.
I love Pringles.
Yeah,
I love a certain type of Pringle.
Lay it on me, man, because for the life of me, like I said,
pizza Pringles, man.
the white ones, the white and red ones. Yes. I knew, and Caroline as well. Damn, dude, yeah.
Dude, pizza Pringles and pizza combos. Dude, they figured it out. They figured out how do they get all that pizza into such a small bite.
You know what's crazy? No, you're right. And you know what's crazy is as a kid, it really was so miss. Like, you know that phrase hit or miss, but it was all miss for the chips and combos back then. For all the weird flavors they would try then, the only one that ever really worked was pizza. And it really only worked for Pringles and combos. But now Lay's comes out with like 10 or 11 weird chip varieties every like few months and shit. And they're always banging. Like they've had tacos and pizza and meatloaf and poutine.
They had cappuccino.
And it was fucking awesome. It was so good, dude. It had like cinnamon sugar on it and shit. Yeah, they kill.
Remember the Lunchables with the
pizzas?
Pizzas?
I still get those. They're like 10 for $5 at Target, and I'll grab them just to snack on them. And what I do is I just fucking stack them all up and make like a burger, but it actually comes out to be like a medium pizza if you use 10 of them.
Dude, that's disgusting.
I'm joking, dude. That'd be like this tall, probably.
Bro, one time when I was in bad kid school,
AEP at Dolly.
Dude, yeah. When I was in AEP, when I was in the freaking that hellhole. What?
Pause. I was gonna tell you. I want you to tell your story, and I want people to know. I want you to give a little context when you do for what that school was and what it was before it was what it was when you went there. And I know that's a lot heavier than what your story was gonna be. But I need to tell you something.
Okay.
So I had basically been thinking, what could we do for a live episode? Okay.
You want to go do it at Doll A?
No.
Oh.
No. Because we're going to be together and because we're going to be together, I'll be able to get information to you a lot quicker and a lot more seamlessly. So talking about something that you don't know anything about at first will be a lot easier in person, right? Okay, so yeah. I want to prepare everyone for what I'm going to talk about on the live episode, because I have a presentation that I want to give, or not a presentation. I want to have a conversation with you about something, and I've broken it down into 7 parts.
So this is gonna be a long episode.
It could be, dude. It could push into actual decent podcast territory. Okay. So I have prepared a 7-part discussion about a reform school called the Elon School.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking insane. And it's the craziest story about a school you're ever going to hear. And it's evil and it's crazy and it's mind-blowing. And I've been obsessed with it for the past couple of days. And I've just been doing all this research on it. And it's when you think about Dale and you think about going to AEP and shit there's this weird, like, something was off about that place or this or that. But like, this is that if there was no holds barred and no rules or regulations, and if the kids ran the show. Okay. I'm talking Lord of the Flies in real life, like in America, and it's nuts.
It's
customers
true?
Get ready. Oh yeah.
Right on. Oh, dude, that place is so. All I was gonna say in this hellhole of a school program, I suppose, I had a Lunchable and it had a sweepstake. I forgot
that's what we started this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a kid, pretty much. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I open up the Lunchable and I'm in this hellhole, and I open this Lunchable, and guess what? I won. I won a fucking SpongeBob sleeping bag.
What?
Dude, I was like, man, what a great day. Okay. I come back to school the next day and they get dropped off before I get like searched and stuff. Uh-huh. And one of the teachers meets outside, is like, you're not coming in here. I'm like, what? And he's like, you and homeboy were throwing back those stupid notes to each other, and I found it and I blamed it on somebody else and suspended him. And it was you. And he pulled out a piece of paper, and the little piece of paper with like the note on it, and it actually said somebody else wrote on it. And it wasn't what I was writing. So I'm like, I didn't write that. I wrote this on the other side. But he's like, I don't care. And he's like, and like he put it up to the other piece of paper and it like fit perfectly. And it was like, definitely mine. It's like, yeah.
I hated getting searched there.
And I got suspended or whatever. And I came back like 3 days later. They threw away all my stuff with my damn fucking free SpongeBob coupon.
Should have sued him.
I was pretty upset.
I went through this weird phase when I was going to that school, and I was like, this is so, kids are mean people and have egos, and I was like, I'm better than everyone at this school, like, no doubt. Like, mentally, physically, I'm more attractive. Mentally, I'm smarter. I'm wittier. I'm funnier. Fuck this school. It was a bunch of kids. You know what I mean? I was an angry 16-year-old.
It was different. When I went, it wasn't.
No, I'm talking about the whole school, AEP, everything. I'm talking about everything. Just the vibe in general, the people running it especially. You know what I mean? Because they treated everyone there the same, like an asshole. You know what I mean? There was really no like different.
Didn't you mess up so bad in AEP that they put you in a different school?
Yeah, I was bad, bro.
You're making it sound like I was in the same program as you. I was not.
No, I'm saying that school, though. The people who ran that school, that Dale, like that building housed different programs. And I made my way through many of them. And but I was just so angry that I was there because I didn't like anybody. There hadn't any friends there. Jeff wasn't there yet. And and Marshall wasn't there yet either. But they would very shortly be there, which pissed me off because I was like, what the fuck? A little late, guys. But I was dressing like such an asshole. And I was wearing like blazers and scarves and just fuck you motherfuckers. And tight ass girl jeans and shit and really small shirts.
I remember it.
I had this corduroy blazer that I wore all the time. And they loved to search the shit out of it because it always smelled like weed. But I was never dumb enough to ever bring dope to school. You know, I'm not a dope fiend, you know? I'm not a fucking dope fiend. So anyway, so I show up to school and my dad, I'm waving to because you have to get dropped off by a parent, even though you have a license and a car and shit. So I'm waving to my dad, see you later. And as he's driving off, they start searching me. And someone runs around me and stops my dad's car. And I'm like, God damn it. And they pull out my cigarettes. So I got in trouble for having cigarettes. And then that happened like 4 more times because I always forgot to take them out, you know, because I was allowed to smoke cigarettes outside of school. So it wasn't like something I was hiding.
I remember with you or whatever, they're like, put you in one of those programs like, all right, Joel, give you a worksheet. It's like, which one of these shapes is a star?
No, they were like, do your letters in cursive. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm in honors English. What are you doing? I'm a junior in high school.
You're like pontificating to these.
They were mind blown. They're like, damn, you did your worksheet so fast. I was like, yeah. Yeah. We used to watch movies, bro, and they would hype that shit up so hard, and it was always on some super super childish shit like Born to Be Wild or Dunstan Checks In. Always animal themed and always fucking bullshit. Wild Panda Adventure. And fucking
shit. And then you're like looking next to you, dude. I mean, I remember like in AP, I like the kid next to you in the booth. He was in there for stabbing someone. So
dude.
Like,
in AP in my era, somebody went in on the teacher with firecrackers, and it started a fucking chain reaction with like 4 dudes were chunking firecrackers at her, and she quit the next day. She was like crying and shit. She was crying, boo-hoo, with the tears. Oh, they're probably crocodile tears, though. They probably weren't real.
Bro, now that we're adults and like we know that we put teachers through, and now that you like I work in the industry where a teacher might come and decompress at a bar or something, it's like, damn, dude, like y'all's lives are actually pretty.
I knew a kindergarten teacher that was blowing lines on lunch.
You knew her?
Yeah. And it like wasn't a rumor or like speculation. I had seen that shit with my own eyes, and I was just like, man, that is some shit.
Were you in kindergarten?
Yeah, when I was in kindergarten, I was like, this bitch is blowing lines.
Think I know what this is.
Dude, we did that callback a few episodes ago, and I've been doing it around the house constantly to everything. I just can't stop. No, when I was like...
That's all you.
What
like, that was all.
I know.
That's you. That's from a story you told about getting your favorite Christmas present. Your PS1 or something like that.
Yeah, it was PS1 and it was badass. But I knew this kindergarten teacher. She was engaged to a dude who I knew through making music. So I was like 18 or 19, probably even 20 maybe. And she just liked to party. And he was like, yeah, she just does it. She does it on her lunch break to like help her keep her pep. Like, these are fucking children. I gotta get a water. I'll be right back.
Oh, dude, those are kids. Dude, just imagine that, like, just being so like your dream job is to like teach the youth and to broaden the minds of the future that are going to be our leaders one day. And it so ends up your dream job that you go to school for, and you're so excited to be like your favorite teacher and to be that mentor to, again, the youth, turns into like your worst nightmare. And the only way, and you'd have no way out. And next thing you know, you pick your head up, you're 10 years in, and you still have to go at least 20 more. So the only piece that you can find is a big fat line of cocaine during your lunch break on a Tuesday afternoon, just to get back into your kindergarten room to deal with all these little hellions. Or maybe she just shouldn't be a teacher. Maybe she should just find something else to do. Maybe go
this
work.
Dude was right outside the door, just waiting.
Hey, you see how quick your headphone? You got your headphones on?
I knew you were going to say that.
You see that? Now you're back in the game. Not me yelling for our listeners, to the customers and the Sugmanauts.
Maybe like, I should turn my hat around like you. That might be better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You go forward hat game. Oh, cool. Oh, is this like this is a reveal that you're wearing your Twister hat?
No, not really. I just didn't want it fucking looked terrible pulled backwards. It honestly looks worse like this. I'm gonna put it back.
It always weirds me out how you look like a child with facial hair, but yet you look so old.
I look awesome. Look here. Let's face the facts. Look at me when I go like this, or like.
Yeah,
meme that.
So is Twister and Faculty, are they both Warner Brothers?
No, Faculty is Dimension, probably, right? I feel like they put everything out back then. Hold on, I actually think it probably says on the back. Yeah, Dimension.
Well, don't you think that's like kind of like, like
rude?
brand matching your brands? You know what I mean?
Look, here's how I think of it. If I wear, as long as everything on my body, head to toe, tip to tip, is movies, then I think I'm in the clear. No one has drip like that.
Did you and I ever play tip to tip?
What the fuck is tip to tip?
Or is that space?
Is that
docking?
a joke? What's tip to tip?
Tip to tip.
It's a game?
I never heard of it. I just
How do
made
you
it up.
win?
Huh?
Huh?
Whoever. How do you win tip to tip? How do you win? How does space docking really work?
Space docking, like when people dock onto the ISS and shit?
That, or when they talk about like their people's wieners touching or whatever.
I don't know
You
what the fuck you're talking about.
You remember that? People calling it space docking?
No.
Like touch the tips of their ding dings together, their ding hoffers together?
We must have ran in different circles at some point.
Could have swore that's what that was called, like docking or something.
I mean, I've heard some strange things in my life, and I suppose that makes sense. I guess. One time I heard a rap song where a guy said, "Have you ever had sex with a snake? It's like putting your dick in a bigger dick that's juicy."
Who rapped that?
Dirt Nasty. Oh, speaking of, I want to get ahead of this and be the cool guy with the hip news.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
So Dirt Nasty, also known as Simon Rex. I guess most people probably know him as the rapper in Scary Movie 3. He's like, it's the parody of Signs, and he's one of the brothers, but it's also a parody of like 8 Mile and Malibu's Most Wanted and shit. Anyway, he's very funny in that movie. But he actually had a career as a rapper in the era of the mid 2000s, like 2008 to 2010 specifically, when acts like Mickey Avalon and Andre Legacy were big. Okay, yeah. When coke rap was popular, right?
Yeah,
just heroin rap, honestly, and like just nasty, really crass rap by white guys, specifically rich white, ambiguously bisexual, like mid-20s dudes with trust funds. Like that was their fucking look, and that was their fucking like target audience, and then girls, right? And so like when I lived in LA, that shit was huge. I went to a Mickey concert, and it was literally, Doug, one of the most batshit crazy concerts I've ever been to in my life. He was bringing hookers and shit on stage. Dirt Nasty stopped the show to do coke at one point with someone from the crowd, then came back out and could barely stand and yelled, "I just got my dick sucked by cocaine." And people in the audience were fucking wilding. Somebody grabbed my pee. And it was just a very wild experience. It was very, very weird. But so he went on to kind of like continue to be a rapper. And then when Vine came along, he was kind of popular on there because he was funny. And then he just kind of fucked off. And I think he streamed for a little while and shit, but his star really faded really fast. He went from maybe like up lower B list to like F list real fucking fast. Anyway, so he's starring in a movie that's coming out called Red Rocket. And it's about a porn star who stops being famous and moves back to his hometown in Texas, small hometown in Texas. Okay, and apparently it's fucking fantastic, and he's got like Oscar buzz and shit for it. And I'm just like, if that happens, even if he just gets a nomination, what a fucking comeback story! Like this. Serious. I literally would consider myself more famous than this dude. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Doug is more famous than this dude, though.
Yeah, right. What do you think about us trying to start our own fire while we're camping?
Well, yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
No, I mean like with sticks.
That arson charge isn't gonna get itself. Wait till y'all find out why I really want to gather in the woods.
Joel, you wouldn't. You have even if you took a year to prepare to fucking do.
I love how you think that I've never been outside. It's mind blowing to me that you think I don't know what's coming.
Even if you took a year to prepare to haunt, torture, bound, kill us, whatever in the woods.
You think I want to hurt you?
Well, you said the
way
you
so hurtful that you would think that. I want to fuck you.
Okay.
I want to get a big circle and fuck.
It's my night, boys. It's my night.
Woo!
Oh,
I tell y'all I hired a stripper and then it's just me stripping. Here he is, boys. Here she is.
Dude, I mean, I'm like only gonna take enough beer for me because I know you're not gonna drink anything.
I'm gonna drink some beer. I'm gonna drink some beers, but I'm gonna. So I figure in the morning.
Beers?
I figure in the morning, me and you could swing by Specs and grab some things before we head out, and then we'll stop at maybe Bucky's right before we get there and grab a couple more, like some foods and stuff, some snacks.
You know where this is?
Yeah.
Okay,
I know exactly where it is.
Bucky's.
We should hit Bucky's first, right?
Yeah, but it's in the park. It's actually in the parking lot of Bucky's. That's where we park. You know,
Man, that would be so sick if we just camped at Bucky's. Change of plans. Get a refund on the cabin and let's spend the night in the parking lot, and all the money we would have spent on the cabin and beer and everything, we'll just spend it there and we'll film the whole thing and we'll sell it at the wedding. It's
insanely cheap.
I know. I watched a YouTube video where a dude did it. He stayed there for 3 days.
Wait, where?
At Bucky's, a Canadian dude. He stayed at our Bucky's for 3 days and he made a video about it, and it's kick fucking ass. He showers there and he fucking somehow he watches a movie there. There's like a theater in the back for the truckers.
Bucky's?
Yeah, that shows movies. You could go constantly shows movies. It's not a big screen. It's like it's a projector up on some shit, but he goes in and watches a movie. Maybe he goes across the street to the Lubs for that, but he's in that parking lot for 3 days. That's the point. Huh. Yeah. And he gets fucked and fingered.
And it's a movie?
It's a documentary. It's a YouTube video.
It's called Life at Bucky's?
It's called Freddie Got Fingered at Bucky's. Hey, what's the deal with all the beach fingering videos that are going viral? Have you seen these?
No, what's happening?
I just like there's like 3 or 4 videos this week have gone viral that involve someone getting fingered at the beach. Like in one of them, like they're going viral. Like I've seen them on the front page of Reddit, like on all.
It's just
like not niche. No, like there was one of a guy, I think he's just twisted and he's fingering his butt and he's laughing real loud and he's throwing sand at people. And then there was another one where a dude won't wear a mask or something. He was talking about not wearing a mask and he shoves it up his butt. He's like, I'll show you. Yeah, he's like, I'll show you where you can put the mask. And that's on the beach. I think that one's in Miami. And then, but I bet nobody was even telling him to wear a mask because he's on the beach. And then right before we got on, somebody was filming like something, and the camera pans down, and it's just some woman finger blasting some other woman, and she looks up and sees the camera, and she's like,
"What? No, I had no idea." That's
an epidemic.
It's fucking hot.
It's fucking hot. It's wicked smart. I thought he was wicked smart the way he was fingering it on the beach.
Just finger blasting on the beach, man. What about all the sand in the cracks, you know?
I'm from fucking Harvard, and I know this. It's wicked fucking hard to finger your butthole with a mask on.
Did you know they're making a sequel to that movie?
To what movie? Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
No, they're not. That's in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Hunting season. Hunting season. And he goes, how do you like them apples? And he pulls out a shotgun and kills everybody. And he goes, it's hunting season, bitch. He shoots everybody. I have some questions for you. Specifically, a question. Because I know you like to take drugs, like hallucination drugs. I found one you won't.
I haven't done it in a long time, but what's up?
Well, this is just old school. I didn't see it, but I believe you talk. You know what I mean? Just throw it back.
I don't have. The world's kind of coming back together. If you like it, for those who like it or not, I had to go back to work and things. So it's like, yeah. So I'm not really experimenting too much right now
with drugs. Right. Right. This is not so much a drug and more just danger. So I want to know if you know about Datura.
No, tell me more.
Okay. So I just found out about this, and apparently it's pretty well known. It's a plant that's totally legal. We could go get some of it, and we could get fucked up on it if we decided to be that stupid.
Okay.
So let me put it this way. In my limited research I did, I found a thread where somebody had posted to the drug subreddit saying, I just acquired a Datura plant. How much is the proper dosage? And the top reply, this is on a subreddit for doing drugs where everyone really tries to help each other to make sure everybody is fucking good to go. The top reply was, the perfect amount is 0. That will give you the best trip. Don't do this. And I'm going to say at least 150 comments at the top. 0. Don't do it. You're either really young and really egotistical, or you're fucking stupid. Either way, you are not ready. There's 0 chance to be ready because this isn't something you can get ready for.
What is him wanting to do a hallucinogen? What's that? Why is it egotistical?
Because he thinks he can handle it because of all the other hallucinogens he's done. But this isn't a typical hallucinogen. It's a deliriant.
And it's called Datura. Datura, like deterrent.
Yeah, it causes, so it's a powerful...
In the name, it's like, don't do this.
Yeah, it's deliriant. Yeah, deliriant.
It's a delirium. Yeah, because there's a big difference between hallucinations and delirium.
No, it's a powerful hallucinogen, but it causes delirium. So what happens is, basically anyone who's ever done it, no one's ever said to do it again. There's no reported cases of people being like, here's how to do this safely. People who try it don't do it again, and they rarely even want to talk about what happened. Gotcha. So apparently, it causes the most intense hallucinations possible with any drug. It can last, you ready for this?
Yeah.
It can last 72 hours to 3 months.
Oh, no.
And here's the deal. You may be thinking, well, just don't dose high. Take a low dose, so there's no way. But in order to achieve the psychoactive effect, you have to hit a certain dosage, okay? Now, when you get to that dosage, you are literal centimeters away from the lethal dosage. So there is no fucking low dose. If you want to go on this trip, you're going on the same trip everyone else goes on. Otherwise, you're dead or nothing's going to happen. There is no... Okay,
so we are saying, Joel, you are saying, do not do this.
Don't do this drug. Don't do this drug.
Please do. Customers, do not do this.
Because you certainly could, and you could document it and put it on YouTube for everybody to watch. And I'm not telling you to do that, but you certainly could do that, but it's not a good idea.
Somebody done it yet? Has somebody like done that? Like taken it and put it
so I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a little bit of what it's part of what I found. So on that thread where everybody was telling that dude to stop. Okay, this is from 3 years ago. The thread was 3 years old. Okay, so I could see exactly when this dude stopped commenting forever.
Yeah.
His last comment on that thread.
Well, see you later.
No, his last comment on that thread was hours after he had posted that he was doing it. And he commented, google.com, how stop normal now. Or something like that. Google.com, how stop normal now. And then the last thing he ever commented on Reddit 3 years ago was that same night on a video of two CGI woolly mammoths that are where one of them swings its trunk and the other one flies out to space. He commented, these big dogs are fighting, not okay. That's the last thing he ever commented on Reddit ever. So what? Some of the things that people have reported saying.
What kind of fucking dogs are these?
Some of the things people have reported saying on Datura. One dude did it and said that he looked up and suddenly every single thing around him was a wall of screaming dead bodies.
Oh my God.
Forever. And it looked like it went on forever above him and below him. And he just sort of walked in between the screaming bodies for days because it never went away in his trip. A lot of people get just straight up evil shit. Zombies, ghosts, witches, people cutting themselves. They're full on hallucinations that are more vivid and realistic than apparently any other drug. And they last forever. And people have talked about fucking ghosts while they're on it and like actually finishing and like fucking talking to relatives that they know for their whole life. And then they come out of the Datura trip and that person never existed ever. But during their Datura trip, they were just hanging with them and like knows a lot about it. And it's always dark and it's always fucked up. People have said that they spent the whole time having to tell themselves not to cut their hand off and shit like that.
Holy shit.
So one dude, the one video I could find,
it's a nightshade.
Yeah. It's like in Nightmare Before Christmas, like the shit she gives him with the wormswood in it.
Yeah. So like in this one there it says Datura intoxicant typically produces delirium, hallucinations, hypothermia, tachycardia, bizarre behavior, urinary retention, and severe mydriasis.
I think that's the thing with your eyes. People have said that afterwards their eyes never stop being dry ever.
Oh my god! Compared to
seems-
LSD, ketamine, or DMT.
Yeah, nobody fucks with this, and that's
probably
why it's.
That's probably why people want to do it because it's like compared.
That's literally
to,
what I'm saying. Because of the fact that everyone says don't do this, it makes everyone go, I can do this. I have to do this.
It's like, but this website says compared to DMT and ketamine. I've never done ketamine, but I'm like, I didn't even know it was hallucinogen until I just read that. But it's just like, oh yeah, it can't be that bad. I've done that.
Ketamine is classified as a hallucinogen?
Yes.
I could have sworn it was what's that called? A sedative.
I thought it was a cat tranquilizer.
It's an anesthetic.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but it includes it induces dissociative anesthesia. That's the best kind. That's just like, man, I don't give a fuck. Cut me open.
Dude, apparently ketamine's coming around Austin. Like people are doing it in Austin. Like it's like a thing right now.
Yeah, ketamine's been in Austin for a while. I've never fucked with it, but I know some people who just recreationally do it.
Special K.
Here's the thing. It still has that stigma to me, right? Like I tried to get on board with the whole like Hunter S. Thompson mentality of like, it can't be that bad. Try it, but it just to me like I've grown up my whole life hearing it called Special K, and it just seems gross.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now Datura is my number one scaredest thing ever, because like I've had some pretty bad salvia experiences where I thought I walked outside on top of the earth and I was pushing open doors. And then I
felt that's talked about that way.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people have crazy trips. I fell through the door on top of earth and I fell. And really what I had done is push open my bathroom door and I fell into the laundry basket and Will Boo had to come get me.
So one time I was doing weed out in this pasture and I was like 19, 20 and I fucking was I kind of tripped and there was a bunch of faces just like laughing at me and I was like laughing at them and it just like became like a wall of faces and we're all laughing at each other from weed. I'm pretty sure
I had to be laced with PCP.
I'm pretty sure it's salvia.
How long did it last?
Not long.
But did you feel like sticky inside for like a day?
I mean, at that point in my life, I was just sticky inside.
See, that was the thing with salvia. I had bought this vial of 80 milligram. It was just like, it looked like it looked like gunpowder.
I'm not saying, and I would like to keep talking about this, but I just want you to know this topic has me riddled with anxiety. It's just crazy how much we used to experiment and not like just kind of like laissez-faire, like whatever, kind of like you're saying.
We were under the impression that things that were and I think I know why. Because for me at least, I was told that weed was super dangerous, and then I smoked weed and literally everything was fine every time. You know what I mean? And so in my mind, this is fucking stop, dude. He's eating shit on the floor. He's
in your floors.
Okay. Yeah, hey, Bubba. I used to tell people that anything they sold at any of those stores had to be safe, right? Because
what stores?
Like head shops. Like did I not say Needful Things?
Oh,
and like places like that. Yeah, so like stores like head shops and stuff.
Talking about like Special K and stuff. I mean, K2 and stuff like that.
Yeah. But before that, when it was just salvia and those weird mushroom caps, right?
I don't know, bath salts.
Yeah. But before anybody was fucking with stuff like that, I never really even saw that shit back then. I'm talking about like early 2000s. I grabbed some salvia in Victoria and nothing really happened. I got the giggles. Like, I just don't, maybe we didn't do it right or something. So when I got to LA, I got that vial and I did it. And it was just the worst experience ever. And then it was over. And it was fine, but I felt fucking the weirdest feeling inside for like 2 days. Just like sticky is the only way I can think to explain it. Everything in my body felt like gross.
Like you needed an oil change.
Yeah. Isn't that where you put a thing in your pee-pee?
So yeah, blood transfusion. Have you ever had a blood transfusion? I don't even understand what those are for.
Have I ever had a blood transfusion?
It's like,
Every day?
it's like there's like you need a blood transfusion. It's like we have to replace your blood with blood.
No,
Right?
doesn't it mean they take the two bloods and they fuse them together to make one super blood, and then that super blood is like a symbiote that takes over all your other blood, and you become that?
It's like
It's how I understood it.
a super blood.
This is a good episode. Lots for learning.
Yeah. Lots for learning.
I'm trying to see. Oh, so that hurricane ended up being not as bad as we expected, but
Pretty bad.
But New York, holy shit!
What's going on with them?
What do you mean?
What's happening? They got hit by a hurricane? I don't know.
Yes. Did you not see New York City basically fucking straight up fully flooded 2 days ago?
No.
Google that right now.
Damn. Ida's latest news: regions, deaths. Oh my God, what's going on? What?
New York City flooding. New York City, a city of water and dreams.
Dreamy.
Oh, dude, do you watch any trash TV? Do you have any trash TV shows you like?
Like what?
I don't know, like procedurals. You know, like Law and Order, anything like that.
I mean, not right now, but I mean, I can get tied in those with the best of them, you know.
I've never really been able to get into Law and Order. Occasionally, I'll hit an episode and I'm like, this is a good one, and I'll sit through it. But I don't like SVU is all fucking sex crimes, and that's like not fun to watch. And then there's the new one is like Mafia, organized crime or some shit like that, and that one's kind of boring. But I stumbled on their company Dick Productions or whatever, Dick Wolf Productions, whatever that fucking guy's name is. He has a trio of Chicago shows. Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and Chicago something else. And I am so fucking sucked into Chicago PD. I watched 18 episodes of it in the past 2 days.
That's like the Law and Order, right? That's like because Law and Order is not a show anymore, isn't that correct?
No, there's a bunch of Law and Orders.
Or like the original Law and Order is no longer running.
I thought it was, maybe not. Law and Order.
Boom, boom.
It's still going, bro.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's still going, baby. It was recently renewed for 3 more seasons. So, Law and Order fans, you're in luck.
Is Days of Our Lives still a thing?
Yeah, and Days of Our Lives is having a fucking special coming up soon, and they're going to air it on Paramount Plus or Peacock or whatever I was watching Chicago PD on. They keep showing me commercials for it. Yeah,
how do they do that? How do they make that, like film that show every day, then do a special? You know what I mean?
I feel like...
Or they do like a bunch of episodes a day or something.
I've always been under the impression that they film each episode like the day before, but maybe not.
I mean, they'd have to.
Hey, let's find out. How do soap operas...
And how much of the real story is left on the editing room floor?
How much of a real story is there to begin with?
Oh, you're trying to tell me those aren't great stories? Days of Our Lives, man. That was a show, man. I remember like Hope was missing and Bo could
10 days to shoot one episode.
And they have one every single day.
But this says, okay, listen how stupid this. Oh, never mind. I read the sentence wrong. So typical shows shoot one episode over 7 to 10 days. Soap operas shoot 7.5 episodes in 1 week. So
Okay.
5 days, 2 episodes a day? No. An episode and a third of the next episode every day?
That means that they have to, all that stuff is like filmed in one take.
Oh, well, duh.
Keep going. I mean, it makes sense. Like, that's how they can crank them out. That's why the shows
We
are.
could do a soap opera right now. I'm going to send you your lines.
Okay.
And as I send them to you, you just say them, and then I'll reply, and we'll keep this show going.
All right. Warning. Doug's about to read.
You have to act too. You don't get a second chance.
Okay. Whose baby is this?
It's Darnell's. and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's it.
What's so funny?
The baby has no feet.
No feet! My God! Well, where's the doctor?
The doctor is a vampire. I just found it. I just found out. Found.
This isn't working. Okay, so maybe they're not as easy as I thought they would be. Baby is a vampire with no feet. No feet.
Feet on this baby.
Where'd this baby come from? They ain't got no feet. How'd it get in here? There's just you hear the sound of the pitter patter, and then you look and there's no feet.
How does baby get in here? Hey, whose little baby is this? Where's his feet at?
Fuck is his feet? One time we were in Cheapside. It was like 3 a.m, and we were being respectful. We were just scaring. We were scaring ourselves, and we found a room we had never found before in one of the houses that you might have even been there. In one of the houses that we had never gone to. It was way in the back, and you had to it felt more like trespassing. You know what I mean? More than the other buildings. And we were in it, and we opened a room, and the floor is covered. I'm talking about a massive room. We open a door in this house, and all of a sudden it's a massive room, and the floor is all hay. And so you just know it's full of snakes. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and I'm freaking out. And our buddy Dub goes, whose little sister is this?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I knew it was a joke, but it just made my blood cold. I was like, get the fuck out of this one, dude. This one sucks.
Dude, no, that was, dude. We had fun out there. And we were always respectable out there and everything. Didn't mess with those houses. And I never heard, all the stories I've heard was nothing haunting. But out there was just something haunting to that. And all those buildings are gone now, by the way. They warped them all down.
That really fucking breaks my heart. I was actually telling somebody, I was talking to somebody about the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie coming out and how they didn't even shoot it in America. They shot it in another country and shit. And it's just dude, I knew the perfect place for a Texas Chainsaw movie. It was just fucking perfect.
And they fucking didn't film it there.
The fact that they didn't film anything there just really sticks in my craw that nobody's and I get maybe not wanting to turn it into something even worse of a fucking place for kids to be, but man, they could have made a lot of money off of that place.
They didn't tear it down. They didn't tear it down to keep people out of it. They tore it down because of the oil field. The oil field tore it down so they could put rigs and stuff out there, oil rigs.
Yeah, it's just crazy that we'll never get to go back out there. I would love to go back out there. I would go back out there today. I would go back there. I remember being out there one time and being in a house and coming out, and there was just some dude on a bike waiting for us. And I was so scared. And he's like, "You boys want to see a penis?" And we just ran. Ooh, we ran and we ran. Huh?
Where was that?
At Cheapside?
There was a guy on a bicycle. When he came out of the abandoned house,
he said, "You boys want to see a penis?" And we ran and we ran. We didn't run fast enough.
You didn't run fast enough, and we saw a penis.
Saw a penis, and I was like, "That's what the fuck that's supposed to look like."
So did that really happen?
No, a dude rode up on a bike and was like, "You guys should not be out here." And we were like, "Fuck yourself."
I was like, "What the fuck are you on a bicycle for out here?"
Dressed like Lance Armstrong.
Dude, no, that place in it was like a generational thing. Dude, I remember kids younger than us being like, "Oh yeah, we found this place called Cheapside." And we're like, "No, you fucking didn't." It's we probably people have been going there for years.
Years. I went there. I remember going out there for the first time in junior high, 8th grade. And then I remember going out there as a freshman and as a sophomore and as a junior and way after that. And it's a general. Yeah, dude. Troll Bridge and fucking
Black Sabbath.
And what's the fucking, bad shit happen out there into the world?
Oh yeah.
Like these are spots that like are severely tied to like all of our growing up.
In that
The
region.
fact that one of them's gone sucks.
Yeah, and like to the whole area, like people all know about that. You could tell somebody Troll Bridge and they'll know. It's not like,
or you could just tell someone Green Bridge and they know where to go. Like,
oh yeah, and then like freaking like, but there's like a freaking graveyard that's nicknamed Black Sabbath Old Civil War Graveyard.
Yeah, with the hanging tree, dude. That's probably one of my favorite places on the planet. You could fuck with people so bad out there because back when we first started going out there, cell phones weren't very like ubiquitous. But towards the end, there was no ever any cell phone reception out there anyway. But you could always trick people into thinking there's always cell phone reception out there, and then you get out there and be like, oh my god, what's going on? Nobody's cell phone's working. It was just so great. I loved it out there.
Yeah, man. Next time I go down, I'm going to swing by, see if it's still there. I don't know. It
has to be, right? It's got to be a historical landmark, right?
I don't think so. Did you know the difference between a burial ground and a cemetery?
Burial ground is when they're above ground, so that when the flood waters come, they don't just go swimming. Wrong.
That's a mausoleum, and you're wrong. A burial ground is not blessed. So in a cemetery, it's like connected to churches and like blessed by a priest or a preacher or something. So it's like holy ground. So that's like the lore of witches not able to go into a cemetery because of holy ground, but they can go into a burial ground.
One of the top questions on Google about burial grounds is how many bodies can fit in one grave?
It just depends how you stack them.
Yeah, dude, you could go like lengthwise, like, and then even fill the sides with them on top of each other.
If you were smart, you would dig a 12-foot hole, and then you would stand them up.
Oh yeah, or
low head.
You would specifically bury small people, and so like you could dig a 12-foot hole and go lengthwise, and kind of just lay them on top of each other like cannolis.
Do you know what a cannoli is? You might be thinking of lasagna.
No, like little cannoli, like the rolls.
You can like cannolis?
Yeah. So like picture like a bunch of people. Like this. Like cannolis. They're stacked up.
That's not how you fucking package cannolis. Never has been, never will be.
I am looking at exactly what I was talking about. I searched cannoli. Do you know what a cannoli is?
Yes, I know what a cannoli is. Look at me. Do I know what a cannoli is? Oh, this is my nickname growing up. The cannoli.
Okay, look at that right now. What's on your screen, and picture that's a person wrapped up like in a blanket because the person's already little anyway.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay, I'm wrong.
There's literally a picture of a stack of cannolis, and I'm like, this is the perfect representation of how I'm going to fill my grave.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Lasagna would have been a good one too. You could like just smash everybody to like
flatten everybody. Hey, why haven't they brought back Flat Stanley? Do you remember him?
No.
It was a book, I think. I'm gonna Google. Hey, let's Google together.
Oh, yeah,
Flat Stanley.
He travels the world or whatever.
Does he?
Something like that.
No, he's just flat. He goes to school and stuff.
Like Jeff Brown. Flat Stanley.
What an episode.
Yeah, we needed one. But I'm really excited about the next one for all the listeners and Sugma Nuts like out there and Sugma Nuts. Next week, we will be together.
Yeah, dude, Wednesday.
And we'll be talking about camping.
No, we're going to talk about Ellen's school.
Oh, yeah, and that too. This is going to be a long one, dude. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, I think you're going to be pretty fucking blown away by the story I'm going to tell you.
Dude, I'm so excited. But with that said, you got anything else?
Nah.
Nah. Thanks for listening to another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel, and you can click right up here to check out last week's episode.
Or right here to subscribe. Help us out. Tell a friend. Watch the channel. Bye. Check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Google, or Apple Podcasts, Google, all that good stuff. Later, y'all.